Hey guys, so Lord here, back in with another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the DC Multiverse Aquaman Lost Kingdom King Cordax. This is the last regular size figure I'll be looking at from this line, so a lone tier if you're going to miss it. If not, screw you, I need a contact. Either way, it's brought to us by the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys, and we're just going to cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review, because I don't know squat about this guy, other than the fact that he looks like a cross between Dark Magician from Yu-Gi-Oh!, because it's time to duel, as well as one of Davy Jones's cronies from Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. That's the second movie, right? I don't know, there's like 10,000 of those movies. I like those movies, but holy crap, it's based off a freaking ride. Either way, King Cordax's only accessory is this gnarly looking black trident, which he uses to talk to the Black Mantatas. So if you have Black Mantata, you can give this to him, which I'm like debating on doing, but I'm also debating on giving that Black Manta some blasters, because he got trigger finger hands up the wazoo. But there you go. You can buy this figure, take the trident out, give it to Black Manta, and then return it to Target and be like, oh, he was missing a piece. Because I'm sure some dishonest POS did that at least once. Me, personally, I like this figure, so I'm not doing that. He's got the hockey puck display stand we sing with all McFarlane Toys releases, and here he is. Yeah, this guy is crazy looking. If there's one thing McFarlane still does, half-arse decent, is freaky looking creature guys, and this guy definitely fits that bill. Like, what is his face? I don't know. He has no face. He's got this, like, I don't know, it's not coral, but seaweed stuff growing off the back. He's got this big kind of chunk of whatever on the front. Same with the shoulders. He's got this big gnarly looking cape. Got this it looks like armor on the torso. Then he's got this loincloth with these draped pieces all over. Like, he's not gonna move that great, alright? FYI. But if you have the Page Punchers Aquaman figures, this guy probably fit right at home with those. So I remember that Ocean Master being pretty savage looking, just like this guy. But as far as articulation goes, his head will rotate. And I will tell you, I had to heat this guy's head up to get it to rotate, because before it didn't want to. It does like shift, lean really well, like insultingly well for a character that looks like this. And then it does like tilt, like up and down, really well for a character that looks like this. There are characters that don't look like this, can't do half that. That's kind of nuts. His shoulders don't get much of anything because of these pauldron things. Like, you're not going to get, I'd be surprised if I can even get any more out of that. He does have the butterfly, but there you go. That's the best I'm going to get. And that's not a good angle for that. So, putting that there, shifting his arm back. Can rotate the arm. He's got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. Not the most attractive looking thing, but not the worst we've seen. He does have the ball jointed wrists that move every which way, but the way you probably want, at least in the moment. He's got a ball joint in the upper torso, which does work, to its credit. He actually does lean forward a little bit. He leans back a little bit. I mean, it's not perfect. His waist. Probably get more play out of the waist when you do the diaphragm, but you can hear him creaky McCreakinson, because this is back when McFarlane used to give you like a decent paying figure for $20. Not for nothing. No deluxe theatrical bull crap. His hips can kick out, but you're probably going to either want to heat up this skirt thing or just like stand him there, because it's going to be one or the other. He doesn't have any thigh cut to speak of, which is kind of interesting because the rest of these figures seem to have a decent thigh cut. He's got nothing, and I mean nothing going on in the thigh cut department. So that kind of sucks. He does have a double knee though, which is kind of chunky, but his knee pad kind of hides it. Kind of. Then he does have the ball hinged ankles, which his ankles are all sticky wickets like frickin' scarecrows, so those were a pain in the arse to move. So you can rotate, you can hinge, you can pivot, and he's got the toe joints, which aren't too loose. But yeah, I had to flip one of his ankle joints around because it wasn't facing the right way in the package. Shocker. So yeah, that was fun. No, I'm kidding, it sucked. But yes, this guy is pretty underrated, I'm gonna say, compared to some McFarlane releases. Yeah, he's a bit of a brick, but he's a very impressive looking brick. He looks like one of the dudes in that new Mythic Legions wave that is up for pre-order at retailers now. God forbid they give you 2 months to order it direct anymore. What was that? Did I say something negative? Hope you didn't come to this channel to make yourself feel better. But there you go. There is King Cordax in a nutshell. Looking like some crazy, I don't know, looks like Dark Magician got barnacles up chucked on him or something. But at any rate, I mean, it's the pointy hat, I think. Or mask, face, whatever. But at any rate, that being said, I think it is time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old, or not so good old, I'm not too sure, King Cordax, alongside the other figures from this Aquaman Lost Kingdom wave that we've already taken a look at here on the channel. We got Aquaman himself and the Black Man Tatas, who you will need to give this trident to if you so choose. That said, me, myself, and I will probably give him a couple of blasters from the weapons packs, if I'm being honest, because he's got, like I said in his review from yesterday, check that out if you haven't already, trigger finger hands that are almost pointy finger hands, so maybe he should have some blasters. Maybe he should have come with some swappable fists. We already discussed this. Getting these two out of the way because, you know, the scaling's alright between these three. It's not terrible. Not sure if it's accurate, but it's good enough for me. Let's bring in our two regulars. We got the Mythic Legions Brother Mandibilith, which this guy kind of looks like he'd go with that new Mythic Legions like undersea wave that just went up for pre-order, at least at retailers. It went off pre-order at 4 Horsemen a while ago, but I digress. We also have the infamous, let's not forget, 11 Spawn, who's not turning over everyone today because King Cordax has a crazy looking pointy head, and I don't know where the head and the hat, or if there is a hat, stops and ends and starts and begins on that thing, so I'm just going to say he's taller, for lack of better argument. So with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from looking like a cross between Dark Magician and something from Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Jest, I think it's safe to say that King Cordax here is probably my second favorite figure in this Aquaman Lost Kingdom set of figures from the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys, next to the Black Man Tatas, of course, because, well, if there's one thing the Toddfather is still kind of sort of good at, it's freaky looking creature guys, and I think this guy definitely fits that bill. That said, if you could pick him up on clearance like I did, you're going to want to give this trident to said Black Men Tatas that we took a look at yesterday. Once again, check that out if you haven't already. Really appreciate it if you did. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.